Wholesale sourcing mistakes happen, whether it's overbidding on a car or bringing home a slow mover. Stockwave helps you avoid these costly mistakes and make smarter sourcing decisions. With live market data, Stockwave helps you find and acquire higher grossing vehicles that sell fast.
This is Automotive Industry News.
Hi, I'm Stacey King and welcome to Automotive Industry News. Our top stories: one of Congress's most bipartisan leaders discusses the next round of COVID-19 relief legislation. And coming soon, NIADA's Virtual Expo Hall gives all dealers access to the used car industry's top providers of state-of-the-art products and services. But first, after 11 years of dedicated service to the association, Steve Jordan has resigned his position as NIADA's CEO and has joined KAR Global as Executive Vice President of Dealer Sales. The NIADA Board of Directors unanimously selected Senior Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs Sean Peterson to handle day-to-day operations as Interim Executive Vice President. NIADA President Henry Molinax said the board has established a committee to conduct a nationwide search for a replacement. During Jordan's tenure, NIADA significantly ramped up its legislative advocacy for the used vehicle industry, reviving the association's annual lobbying event in Washington, D.C., and increasing dealer involvement in its political action committee. He also engineered the acquisition of the operations and assets of the Leadham Group and the National Alliance of Buy Here, Pay Here dealers, vastly expanding NIADA's Dealer 20 Group's educational programs and its commitment to the Buy Here, Pay Here industry. NIADA President-elect Lou Tedeschi said Jordan helped NIADA grow into what it is today and made a huge impact on our industry. We'll be right back.
Whether it's overbidding on a car or bringing home a slow mover, mistakes happen. But with Stockwave, they don't have to. Because Stockwave searches auctions across the country to find the most profitable cars for your dealership. So you can leave sourcing mistakes to the other guys.
Representative Henry Cuellar has earned a reputation for fairness in his tenure in the United States Congress. In fact, this year, his leadership and willingness to reach across the aisle to promote legislation that helps small business was recognized by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which selected him for 3 awards: the Jefferson Hamilton Award for Bipartisanship, the Abraham Lincoln Leadership for America Award, and the Spirit of Enterprise Award for his support of pro-job, pro-growth policies. Cuellar is also a longtime supporter of NIADA and the used vehicle industry. He was featured speaker at NIADA's 2016 National Policy Conference in Washington, D.C., and recently held a Q&A session with the association's legislative committee. Representative Cuellar is on the front lines of Congress's ongoing effort to pass a 4th round of COVID-19 relief legislation, which so far has resulted in a stalemate between the Democrat-controlled House and the Republican-controlled Senate. And he's here with NIADA's Sean Peterson to give you the latest.
We are privileged today to have with us Congressman Henry Cuellar from the 28th District of Texas. So one of the hot button issues right now, obviously, is COVID-19 relief. Can you walk us through some of the things that the Appropriation Committee has been involved in the past with some of the past stimulus bills, and then maybe where things stand with the most recent conversations between House Democrats, Senate Republicans on the next round of stimulus?
So the 4 relief bills that we passed, with the major one being the CARES Act, have been passed by the House and the Senate, signed by the President. The latest one is, and I'll use the terms they use in the House side, the House passed back in May a relief bill called the HEROES Act of $3.5 trillion. The Senate waited. They didn't do anything on the in May. They waited, and then the last week of December, they passed what they call the HEROES Act. That had $1 trillion. The last time they met, they basically said, hey, look, we are $3.5 trillion. You're at $1 trillion. We'll drop $1 trillion. You go up 1. That will leave us at $2 trillion to 2.5, and we can work out the differences. The White House basically said no to that. So we're in limbo right now, waiting for negotiations. And I think what's going to happen is once we do look at the CR in September, that will get us back again to work something out. Another difference between the House and the Senate, I forgot, is limit the liability. If somebody opens up and preventing lawsuits, the Senate has that, the House doesn't. But I do want to say this: I support unlimited, protections to businesses. I think that, and in fact, I filed legislation with Garrett Grace, Republican. We have bipartisan. I know Senator Cornyn and other folks have their proposal. I've written letters with some Blue Dogs, Lou Correa, Kurt Schrader, and other folks to the leadership. I have also been on calls with our Democratic leadership, Pelosi's office, and say, hey, listen, we ought to have some sort of limited liability, because if you're a small business or a university or manufacturing or a professional team, and if you follow all the rules on health, why should you be subjected to a lawsuit? I mean, you've been hit hard by COVID-19. Are you going to be hit now by a lawsuit if you've done everything?
So you mentioned that one of the points that seems to have some bipartisan support is relative to PPP funds. I think one of the points that's being discussed right now is an opportunity for businesses that got PPP funds in the CARES Act to maybe get a second round of that. Can you talk a little bit about what discussions are being held around future PPP monies?
Well, we certainly want to make sure there's an extension or second round to the small businesses. And because, as you know, look, nobody knows how long this situation is going to be around. There's that uncertainty out there. First priority should be the small businesses, because 2/3 of all the jobs that are created by small businesses. So we learned a lot from the CARES Act. We provided some flexibility. So if you're a small business owner, we want to certainly provide a second round of funding for you all.
Thank you, Congressman. We'll be right back.
Whether it's overbidding on a car or bringing home a slow mover, mistakes happen. But with Stockwave, they don't have to. Because Stockwave searches auctions across the country to find the most profitable cars for your dealership. So you could leave sourcing mistakes to the other guys.
The NIADA NABD Virtual Convention and Expo Series is just 3 weeks away, beginning Tuesday, September 22nd and continuing September 29th and October 6th. In addition to the best dealer education available in the independent space, the used car industry's premier virtual event also offers a virtual expo hall that gives you a simple and effective way to connect with the industry's top providers and find the products and services you need to help your business succeed. You can drop by a booth on the virtual expo page during expo hours, or you can request a one-on-one appointment with exhibitors during the entire 3-week span of the virtual convention. And the virtual expo hall is open for all dealers free of charge. Sean has the details.
Hi, Sean Peterson with NIADA. I want to personally invite you to attend our upcoming 2020 NIADA NABD Virtual Convention and Expo Series, brought to you by our presenting sponsors ACV Auctions and Car Global. In addition to our top quality education that you've come to expect at all NIADA conventions, this year's convention will feature a virtual expo hall open for 21 consecutive days. During that 3-week window, dealers can book private virtual appointments, view product videos, and download product service guides from some of the most recognizable brand names in the industry. So whether you're a retail dealer or a buy here, pay here dealer, we'll have something for you. And I'm happy to announce that the virtual expo hall will be free to any dealer who wishes to attend. That's right, it won't cost you a single red cent to go to the virtual expo hall and find the solutions that you need to make your dealership better. All you need to do is go to niadaconvention.com. Take advantage of this offer today. I'll look forward to seeing you online.
I'm Stacey King, and thank you for watching this edition of Automotive Industry News.